YouTube. I'm not at home. I'm away for the weekend. Friday the 15th, I worked at the Playhouse, or was it the 14th? I think it was the 15th. I don't know. But it's Saturday morning at about 5:30. I'm about to go to sleep. I wanted to show you what makeup I brought with me. Very simple, very easy. I'll be back at the Playhouse Sunday to do a presentation. So I thought I'll put on some makeup. So this is the Esum case. I think it was called the brush book, and this came free when I bought the case. They had the other compartments in it, and so I just put just a few things in here. Something that always stays in here and has been in here for probably like at least 4 years now are these brushes. This is an Inglot eyeliner brush, this right here. And so these brushes live in here because I figure if I go somewhere and I have makeup in here, if something happens to these brushes, I will not be upset. So that's why these stay in here. These are 2 eyeliner brushes, I believe. This one is a nice small one for like inner corner area, angled. These are soft jaw. If y'all can still find like the whatever color handle this is, Esum brushes, these are really nice. And so that's why I've kept them. But at the same time, if they came up missing, I wouldn't be mad, or if something happened to them and I forgot them. This one I would use to blend out eyeshadow primer or concealer. I'm not sure what brush it is, but it says on here, but it's so tiny I can't read it. Don't want to take up too much of your time. But this I would probably use for concealer, but I didn't bring concealer to wear. This is another brush, but all of these are brushes. So this I would use for as a shader brush. This is another teeny tiny eyeshadow brush for inner corner or brow bone. This is a fluffy brush for like all over if you do a one and done, or I can use this for concealer or blending out eye primer on my lid. This is another Real Techniques brush, and I love how this has all these compartments. Like you see this, right? This is an angled brush. Maybe I would use this to maybe outer corner or blending out eyeshadow primer because I like the angled ones for that. These are Sephora brushes. These are the travel ones, and the number is 47.5. The 47 is the large one. These are great for blush brushes, and this will work well with one of the blush palettes that I purchased. Well, not purchased, but brought with me for this weekend. And so this is the second one. This one is another Sephora brush, and it is the number 50.5. The 50 is the large one, but these brushes are like so soft. Again, the silver ferrule ones, which I really like, and this lives in here as well. This one I really like for liquid foundation. It's the number 53, or for powder foundation. It is very dense, and so it works well with powder foundations, and because of the shape of it, you can use it to contour your cheeks, to do your blush or bronzer. We'll use the side of it for your blush and use this part of it for your bronzer or contour. And so this here lives in here as well. This is actually a Makeup Forever brush, and it came with the case. This is hella old. This is probably like almost 20 years old, and it's double-ended. It's hard to store, so I just keep it in here in the case. And so this side is a fluffy blush brush, or for probably bronzer, right? Because usually the angled ones people use for blush, but you can use your brushes for whatever you want to. This is extremely soft. I don't even know if they still make these, but this is the makeup that I brought with me. I put my Esum palette in here. I did wear this today along with a MAC powder foundation, and I put the Radiant Light Hourglass on my face, and so that's what I wore today. No, you cannot see me. I just washed it off. I'm about to go to sleep. So I brought this, my eyebrow pencil, of course, the only one I use, a black eyeliner, Fenty Fly liner. The shade is because I'm black. And I brought 2 NYX retractable eyeliners. This one is in gold. This one is in brown. Now to the more funner part. This is the MAC Studio Fix Plus Powder Foundation. And it doesn't look this orange in person, I promise you. It actually looks very peachy, like a neutral peachy in person. And I took a chance and put this on today. This is NC43, which right now, it does make me look a little peachy, but once I put on the Esum and then I put Radiant Light on top of all of that all over, it looked really good. And so my purpose was just bring easy stuff. And yes, I was hesitant to bring Esum because it's expensive. This, I got it for 30% off, but MAC, you know, it's a reasonable price still. And I did bring my Hourglass palette. And so even though I was saying if something happened and the brushes went missing, I would be upset about some of the makeup I brought. I would be upset if this went missing. That was $80. This, I did get it on sale, but that was still expensive. This is the Tiger palette from last year. And this is the Hourglass Radiant Light that I use for under eye and for finishing powder. And so this brush will come in handy for the Hourglass palette. And so will these two because they're small enough to fit into the pans. So my goal was just to bring just something really easy, something simple, something I could not mess up with. Because we have all those powders, I brung the Milk Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. I wanted to bring the Fenty one, but it's larger. So I brung this one only because it's small. If I spray too much of this on my face, around my nose gets oily and my chin gets shiny. And so I just have to not put too much. And so I'm really favoring the Fenty one, but I think they're discontinuing it. The only place I can find it is Sephora. So maybe during a Sephora sale, I may purchase just a couple more to have because I do really like it. The mist is extremely fine. This is nice too, but again, if I put too much, then around my nose gets shiny and we don't like that. Of course, I brought eyeshadow primer. I still didn't throw it away even though I said I would. I'm still scraping around the edges. I'm not going to take the stopper out because when I did that before, I was able to get more of the primer out, but it was very, very dry and it was hard to blend on my lids and my eyeshadow was patchy and also hard to blend because the primer was so dry. And so the lesson I learned is just scrape as much as I can and leave the stopper in and then just toss it. But I do really think I got my money's worth out of it. Even when I took the stopper out, I got about 4 months out of it. So without taking the stopper out, I get about 3.5 months out of it, which is still good. And I do get these on sale from the Fenty website when they're like 25 or 35% off. So I do feel like I get my money's worth out of that. Really simple. Again, this is a Nima Tang Dose of Colors lip gloss. And even though it's dark, it does show up, but it's not dark like a liquid lipstick. And I brought MAC Stack Mascara. This is the violet one. And for an eyeshadow palette, I thought, okay, something just really simple. Let me get the glare off of here. And so I brought the Petite Touchon palette. And this is from Martine Cosmetics. And I did Google this. And what it means is little slut or whore. So petite is little, Touchon is slut or whore. So I brought this palette. I loved how they just own it. Hi. Where am I? Where'd I go? Oh, juice. So I brought this because I can't go wrong with it. And I did think to bring, other palettes, the Fez palette from Natasha Denona, but then I said that can go wrong. Not go wrong, but that brown shade is really dark. That blue is very bright. So I said, what can I bring that I cannot mess up? This palette, I'm going to just put this here to cover up the mirror. This palette, you cannot go wrong. I cannot go wrong. I could use this as a liner as I want. I'm not seeing white or glitter in person, so I don't know why this is looking like that on there. Use this as a liner as I want or deepen out a corner. These are all nice shades and they all do show up true to pan on me. So this will be a nice, easy, simple look if I do decide to put on eyeshadow. But I just wanted something that I can just, outer corner. Well, let's do, my usual I've been doing lately. This is more pinky in person. This is not orange in person, just like this wasn't that color in person that it showed up as. But, maybe fourth quarter lid, third quarter, second quarter, and put this inner corner. Or all over the lid, and then put one of these on the center of the lid, inner tear duct area, outer corner. So this is really simple. Or if I don't want to shine, use these shades here or these two and this one, or, you know, just these three. You know what I mean? And so this is a very easy palette. It's a 9-pan. I love the formula. I've only used it, I used it at least twice. I don't know if I used it 3 times yet. So it just kind of sits because it's just a nice basic everyday neutral. Listen to me talking about everyday when I say there are no like everyday palettes, because to me, I wear whatever any day. I'm trying to get you to see it how I see it, and it's not working, but it is looking peachy in person. It's not looking orange in person. But so this is the makeup that I brought with me. Just very easy, simple stuff. Cannot go wrong with. I can just rush and slap on the powder foundation. Slap this on, you know, all the colors like I do. Sorry, I had that out of frame. Use Tiger palette for, can I get this open? Yeah. And all of these work for me. I use this as a bronzer, this as a highlight, this as a blush, this as a blush, this as a blush light, this as a highlight. And so this whole thing works for me. So I have options with if I want to do a blush instead of just bringing one. So I have 2 blushes I can choose from out of here, and a bronzer, even though I use one of these as a bronzer. And so maybe I'll contour with either this one or one from Esum, and then Radiant Light will be under eyes and all over. And a very, very easy, simple eyeshadow look. Brushes that work just fine. These will, again, fit perfectly in the Hourglass shadows. This one I will use for the powder foundation. This I may use for Radiant Light, for under eye and to set my face. And if I need another small brush for whatever reason, I can use either this side or this side. So I was very strategic in what to bring. I did not want to bring a lot. And I wanted to have something simple. And so when I get up later today, I may just do the powder foundation again, the Esum, and the Radiant Light, real simple. And when I get up Sunday, that's when I'll do that again. Powder, the Esum, the Structure My Face, Hourglass blush, highlight, Radiant Light all over, eyeshadow primer, eyeshadow, of course, do my brows. I have a liner for upper lash line here, lower lash line, inner rims. The gold will go on lower lash line, the brown will go on my inner rims, upper and lower, and then the mascara and the lip, and spray my face. And so that's everything. Really simple, really easy. Here's a question for this video, because y'all know I always ask questions. When you're going away for 1 or 2 nights, would this be enough for you? Or would you bring a whole lot more stuff? That's the question for this video. Thank you. And you will see me soon. Bye. My Esum is upside down. Let me fix that for a picture. Yay. Okay. Bye. Thank you.